Hello and welcome to my channel. So my name is Cara, and if it's your first time seeing me, you're welcome to my channel. Thank you for watching, and let us get straight into it. So this is my channel where I talk to you about personal stories, talk about celebrity gist, and we talk about the trends, we talk about the celebrity couples in love and careers and women empowerment. So today I would just like to talk to you about some things that have been going on recently. So welcome back. So I said I was going to talk to you about something that's been going on recently. So as I have switched careers from being a nurse for many years to switching to tech, so I'm going to talk about things I wish I knew, what they don't tell you about switching careers. Okay, so let us get straight into it. Um, why they don't tell you about switching careers at 40? I don't know. It's a powerful, relatable topic. So many people in their 40s are like, they want to change, but are held back by fear, like, or rejection, or the stigma, like, especially if you're at a particular age. And with my background in nursing and project management, I'm in the perfect position to talk to you with authority, I would say. So let us get straight into it. Right. So this is my raw truth, all right? So they say it's never too late to change careers, but they don't talk to you about the self-doubt or rejection or and all that comes with it, especially if you're at a particular age. So the first thing that I'll talk about is like the rejection that you feel. Um you do feel like a type of way, like, am I going to be accepted? Are they going to look at me like I'm new, I'm not experienced? Because especially in the UK, it all has to do with experience. How many years experience do you have? Do you have 5 years experience? Do you have 3 years experience? And you're like, how do I navigate? Yes. So, and you're leaving behind years of experience as your routine and familiarity as a nurse. But in my own case, I decided to still hold on to nursing as my backup plan. Okay, in the sense that yes, I want to pursue tech, I want to pursue project management, yes, everything about project templates, project planning, business case, all the business terminologies that comes with project management, that comes with tech. I want to learn my Excel at the back of my head, like I can just tap and say yes, when you press this you can able to alternate tables when you're dealing with your smart sheet and everything. But also in nursing, oh my god, the patient ABC DE, the airway, the breathing, the circulation, um, you know, the D, the environment and the disability, or the demographics of it all. So you just got sort of like, oh, where do I find the middle ground and everything like that? So that's just the first one. That's the identity crisis. And then now you move on to the comparison game, which, like, oh, you see the 12, 25 year olds ahead in tech and business, and you're like, oh yeah, they'll be looking at you like, okay, this lady, yeah, she's middle-aged and whatnot, and feel like you're too late, you know. But reminding yourself that you bring maturity where other people are like, oh, how am I going to handle this case, how am I going to handle this project? You strive with ease because you know you've got experience. um I think I briefly mentioned it when I did my previous video about self-care. I mentioned the fact that you manage people, because as a senior nurse, I was managing the ward, I was managing people, I was allocating, delegating. In project management, I was able to transfer those skills as well. When you allocate or you delegate, you delegate tasks, or you allocate, because you work with another different set of teams. So yes, so that also played like a pivotal role in my tech world as of coming from my nursing world. So yes, and then that's the comparison game. So number three is the learning curve. The learning curve is real, like learning new tools like the certification, the Prince 2, the agile, digital promotion, especially in my case, after I completed my project management course, like I did mention before, if you go to my previous video when I spoke about project management, okay, so that's why I keep asking. If you're like a returning subscriber, I thank you, and if you're new, then you have to go back to my previous video. So moving right along, so yes, I went into the digital world as well, digital promotion and business. I was online minding my business. Like I said, we have to better ourselves in self-care. Okay, so it's like you have to practice what you preach. So I was online and I saw that they were offering me a course to do digital promotion in business level 2 at a college. And I was like, yes, why not take it? So while I was doing my project management contract, I was also studying this digital promotion and business course. So, yes, so the learning curve is real. I was doing my background reading, my research background checks, and all that. I was watching the world of project management on YouTube. I was going to all this websites about project management. Google was my friend, ChatGPT is and was my friend as well. So the learning curve is real. Like sometimes you're feeling overwhelmed, but you have to stay consistent. Break big changes into phases, like use what you already know as a base. Okay, so that's the learning curve. It's real. Like number four, people won't always get it. Okay, like friends and family, they'll be questioning your choices. Like I had my friends, they're like, okay, so you want to go into tech project management, all right, so what's going to happen to nursing? So two of my friends I confided in, they were like, okay, nursing, you always get a job if you keep updating your pin, like you pay yearly for your pin, don't lose your pin, always pay yearly for your NMC council quota. So yes, I said of course, because it's not a permanent job, it's a contract. It's going to end. So I knew that I'm going to have my nursing on the side, okay? Because they always need nurses. They always need a nurse to cover a shift, especially if you join an agency. So yes, so my friends, they knew, my two friends I confided in, they knew and they advised me that way, okay? So I revalidated my nursing and I moved along. I did not say no, that's it. In tech world, forget about nursing, no. So yes, so people won't always get, but my friends, they got it. Um, there's some subtle ageism in work in some workplaces, but hey, everybody knows what I'm talking about. And then learning to move in silence and then prove it with results. So yes, when I was studying my course at the time, I was moving in silence. Okay. So I was doing my course and I was still working part-time, at work and everything. So I was moving in silence. No one knew at the time. Obviously, my husband knew and my kids knew. Okay. But yeah, so you have to prove the results. So I couldn't really say it out like that until I knew that I started applying for jobs or I got a job lined up for me, So yes, moving in silence, but prove it with results. So, number five, the superpowers of being 40 plus, you have better emotional intelligence. Let me just tell you that. Okay. And then stronger decision making skills. Yes. You like the previous video I said about self care, empowering women. When you're at a particular age, you know what you can and cannot take. So that's it. You have stronger decision making skills and also real world problem solving under pressure. Like I work in the nursing wards, you have to work under pressure. You have to tick. Your brain has to be ticking like that, like clockwork. What's the next thing? Oh, a patient has a vasovagal. What's the next thing? Do you need oxygen? Do you need to perform CPR? Are they fainting or are they conscious? You have to think on the spot. So you'll be able to relate that to think on the spot about what to do to prioritize, what project, what task do you have to prioritize to be able to meet the deadline. So it's like, in my own way, that's how it worked for me. Number six, the wins they don't show. Okay, well, feeling alive again in your work, it takes a gradual process, and then earning more or working more flexibility. So about the flexibility, I was able to like blend in, which this is like tech world, you have to work Monday to Friday, okay? Monday to Friday, you have to work. But as a nurse, you can decide to do 3 long days, which is a 12-hour shift, and then you're done for the week, okay? So you have to adjust. And then also, as a nurse, you're always on your toes, like on your feet, like clockwork. And then in tech, you have to sit still and think with your brain in front of the computer and make sure you're typing away and looking at ideas and communicating with people, networking, communicating with meetings and everything, building your business case together, your action plan, your raid log together and everything, updating every day, every week. So yes, so that's how it goes. And also becoming an inspiration to others at my circle. So at my previous job, I was able to build like good teamwork teamwork and relationships. So there are times whereby I'll travel, like when I traveled to Nigeria, I brought some granules, I brought some kuli. I just brought some things and I was able to share with friends, those who don't have any nut allergies. And also I was able to cook some jollof rice for a few of my colleagues who they relocated to where we were working because I traveled down to where I was working at the time. So I was able to bring some food, just like show like a auntie or sisterly vibe. So yes, that's how I was able to team build and build this network and build this working relationship with my colleagues, so becoming like a small inspiration in my circle. And in turn, they'll be able to give me some insights about this tech way, how they apply their knowledge this way and that way. So that's how I was able to cope at the time. And yes, so and that worked for me. So basically, if you are 40 and thinking about switching, okay, and do it, okay, but do it smart. You're not behind, okay, you're just starting with everything life taught you. So just go get it, okay, go get it. Do these interviews, do these courses, let's better ourselves, okay? This is like generally. So follow, subscribe for tips on switching careers or building side hustles and thriving in your 40s and beyond. So I hope you are thinking about, not giving up. Okay. So just go for your goals, go for what you believe in. And I hope this helped. So until next time, I hope this helped. And until next time, follow for more. And don't you ever give up. Okay. Bye. Thank you.